Welcome right back to the Buds Podcast, episode 65. We're back here after the probably not even over yet, but craziest NBA offseason in, you could say, recent history. Half the league is on different teams. I think Woj and Shams are still in a battle. Adam Schefter decided to join the fight today. He tweeted out a move to DeAndre Bembry.
A random signing.
I don't know why. That was the weirdest bomb I've ever seen, and I don't know how he got that information. But yeah, by far one of the craziest off seasons I've ever experienced. I think you can say that for most people. Now I was gonna say we can start right with the draft. Draft on Wednesday went pretty normally. Fourth pick was the first kind of thing to shake it up. Patrick Williams went. People, I say it, and I'm going to say it a lot during this video. Troy Weaver is sweatiest GM
man
in the NBA. Man set the biggest smoke screen ever and basically convinced the Bulls to take Patrick Williams at 4.
Yeah,
I don't know how he did it, but
yeah, I guess you could say that.
I don't know how. I mean, he was the only one hyping that man up. Only one.
And then they got boy Isaiah Stewart.
Yeah. Okay. And but I guess we can just continue down the board here. Cavs take Isaac Okoro. Hawks take Okongwu. The first 3 were who everyone thought they were going to be: Edwards, Wiseman, Ball.
Not you.
What?
You had Obi.
Yeah. Okay. I was saying like what everyone thought, like in the world, not just me. But I did have Obi. Obi fell to 8 to the Knicks. A very Knicks move right there. Denny
it was the best available.
Yeah, it was an interesting pick. Denny.
I mean, Killian Hayes was still on the board. Which
to who?
Well, I'm saying Killian Hayes was still on the board, and they picked. Well, never mind. No, he was not. I know what's his face was on the board.
Yeah.
What's his face was on the board?
Tyrese Halliburton.
Yes, Halliburton.
Yeah. So Denny fell to the Wizards at 9. Jalen Smith, probably the first, like, other than Patrick Williams, the first big shock. He went to the Suns, but it made sense after Frank Kaminsky and then Aaron Baines left in free agency.
It's not bad signing again or drafting it.
Yeah. Tyrese Halliburton to the Kings.
That was kind of a shocker.
Yeah, that was kind of weird, but especially now that they gave what's his face the extension. Can't think of the name.
Fox.
Yeah, Fox. Now that they gave him the extension, they must be planning to play Halliburton at the 2 or maybe just a backup, which I don't understand. And then so there were no trades in the top 15, and then this is where the sweatiest GM of the offseason comes into play. This ended up being a 3-team trade that got Ariza, this ended up being part of the Christian Wood going to the Rockets. So Trevor Ariza came to the Pistons along with the 16th pick for Christian Wood, and the Pistons took Isaiah Stewart. I say it's too early. I think because they ended up trading for a 19th pick too. I think you take who you take at the 19th.
Would they take a 19?
What?
Would the Pistons take a 19?
Sadiq Bey.
Yeah.
I think you save. I mean, you're not saving a lot of money. You're saving a couple $100,000, but
they should have took Bey at 16.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So then, and then the Thunder trade with the Timberwolves for the 17th pick. They ended up trading. I think Ricky Rubio was involved in that trade. Very weird trade.
Yeah, Rubio's back.
Yeah. And then Pistons traded for the 19th pick. That was Luke Kennard to the Clippers. And then
R.I.P. legend.
And then who went to the Nets?
They got Shamet from the Clippers.
Shamet, yeah. And then the 19th.
That was a good that was a good trade.
Yeah, I honestly I don't mind that trade.
They need a bench. They need a bench there.
And I'm happy we at least got a first round pick out of
the Pistons lost a superstar though.
Stop.
Kennard, Crispy Flakes says he's their franchise player.
Yeah, the Crispy Flakes reaction to it when that happened. I think everyone watched that except you, Joe. man act like his mother just got killed in front of him. That's but yeah, they took Sadiq Bey there. And then nothing really crazy happened. I mean, it was pretty Malachi Flynn went to the Raptors at 29. How do you feel about that?
I mean, it's a pretty good pick on now because I think he's supposed to be the backup guard now.
Yeah, I mean, because I just say that because you obviously can say there were better guards there in Trey Jones or.
Apparently he's kind of like Fred too.
Wait, this is the first time I'm seeing this. Kenyon Martin Jr. got drafted to the Sacramento Kings, but is reportedly being traded to his dad's old team, the Houston Rockets. That's kind of crazy.
That's probably paid them to do that.
I did not see that. I didn't see that trade happen. Yeah, but other than that, Cassius Winston to the Wizards, Cassius Stanley to the Pacers, Nico Mannion.
I like that one.
No,
I don't know. I feel like Cassius Stanley and Oladipo.
Yeah. What? Oh, Cassius Stanley? Oh yeah, but
yeah.
He's not starting with Brogdon there. I mean, he'll be a good bench piece for them.
Oh yeah, I know, but
I think
an underrated pick.
A good value pick was Nico Mannion to the Warriors at 48. And then
that was a steal.
Yeah, that was really honestly a steal. Yeah, Theo Maledon. He ended up going to.
Is Nico Mannion starting or is fourth string Jordan Poole starting?
Well, I don't want to get into this, but my favorite player in the NBA actually is going back to the Warriors. He's probably going to be the backup.
Oh yeah, I mean,
yeah. Is he going to take over Jordan Poole?
Yeah. Is he going to take?
Is he going to take over?
That's like
okay.
Water's flat. Like, come on.
All I'm saying is there's obviously a reason why they drafted a guard and signed two of them. Like, they're not stupid.
Jordan Poole wasn't that good last year.
No, okay, Jordan Poole.
No, not even joking.
Okay,
he needs time. He needs time.
Jordan Poole was decent. I think now that Curry, and I was gonna say Thompson, but he's hurt now. Oh yeah, another big news: Klay Thompson tore his ACL. Oh wait, Achilles tore his Achilles in his other leg, so he's out for the season now. And then they traded for Kelly Oubre. Big stuff happening.
Oubre living in Cali now.
He's
getting them all.
I couldn't even begin to tell you every single trade that went down because there were so many. There's still trades that have happened that aren't even been reported because they haven't officially gone through yet. But a pick by Brad wanted this guy on his team. He was picked by his team, but then later traded to the Knicks, Daniel Otoru. I thought that was funny that they ended up picking him with the third pick in the second round, and then that ended up going to the Knicks as part of I think that was part of the Rubio trade, I want to say. Or no, that was part of the trade in the first round that sent Leandro Baltimore to the Timberwolves.
Yeah.
Yes, that was.
So yeah, it was a crazy draft. It got kind of dry. I felt like it was crazy because it was so anticipated, but like everyone kind of knew what was coming in a way. So, now free agency started Friday 6 p.m. and not more or less that free agency went crazy, but trades went crazy. Sam Presti traded. He now sits with, I believe, 21 first-round picks from now until the 2026 NBA draft. Which,
if they don't win a ring by that time, that's gonna be sad.
I don't physically
understand
how it's possible for a team to own 21 draft picks in a 5 year
I
span.
think in 2024, 2025, the Pelicans and the the OKC own like 11, I guess like 9 or 10 picks, 11 picks, I think it is.
Combined.
Yeah, like combined.
That would be
No,
just.
I don't know. I don't know if it's 10. I think it's like 8 or 9. I think.
And a lot of these picks are like protected, like top 3 and top like 1. So, but like just imagine a lottery and like half the picks are OKC.
It's gonna be.
Like it has. There's gonna be a draft where OKC at least has 10 picks.
They're gonna have like over 5 picks in the lottery part.
Because let alone their 21 first round picks to 2026. I don't think anyone has a count with how many second round picks they have, because I think they have so many right now. Because second round
Yeah,
picks
because
are
they acquired another one today.
They're gonna get a lot of young players to build around Shea Gilgeous.
So basically, OKC blew it up, traded
I
Chris
love that
Paul
man.
for 2 first round picks. They were able to trade Steven Adams, which ended up being part of the Drew Holiday to Milwaukee. That ended up being a 4-team trade. And then Steven Adams went to the Pelicans. I really like that fit, actually. I think
Yeah, him and Zion.
him. It's going to be Lonzo.
Yeah, he's an upgrade over Favors for sure.
It's gonna be Lonzo and Eric Bledsoe, and then Ingram, Zion, Adams.
Honestly, sounds like a lot of bricks though.
Yeah. Their only issue is shooting, but I think
Ingram's got to average like 30 a game.
Yeah, Ingram and Zion are gonna have to like go. But see, that's the thing. I think that helps is that Steven Adams doesn't have to. He can just focus on rebounding, and I don't think I think he'll be good at that, because that's what he had to do when Westbrook was there, or never mind. But I was gonna say when Westbrook was bricking, but then Westbrook would just get his own rebound. But he can actually. I feel like that they have some shooters on their bench. Do they actually? They got some.
They have Redick.
No, is he gone? I thought.
No, he's still there.
Let me see. Hold on real quick.
He's still there another year.
So yeah, so they have Redick at least. That's a good guard, and they have Stan Van Gundy as their new head coach. So hopefully he can turn something out of Zion. Okay, they have Nikhil Walker-Alexander, Derek Favors. Derek Favors went? No, he went back.
He's back to Utah.
Yeah, he's back to Utah. Josh Hart, he's not that bad of a shooter.
They got like a really young. I think they got like a younger lineup.
Yeah, they got a younger lineup with a couple old pieces in there with like Steven Adams and Eric Bledsoe, and I think Eric Bledsoe is going to be able to help Lonzo a lot with the defensive side of his game, and I feel like Adams is going to be able to mentor Jackson Hayes, which will help Jackson Hayes in the end there. Now the other team that got very steady at the beginning of free agency was my Detroit Pistons.
5 centers or some shit.
Yeah, right off the bat, we decided to give a 3-year, $25 million deal to Mason Plumlee. Don't mind the player. I mind the contract. Came right back at it. Signed Jahlil Okafor to a 2-year deal. I don't know if they come out with the money yet for it. So at that point, we had traded.
They trade for Tony Bradley and Dedmon.
Yeah, and we traded for Tony Bradley during the draft, and then we traded for Dedmon. I forget what we traded Dedmon. We traded
second round
Tony
pick.
Snow. We traded Tony Snow down to Atlanta with Kyrie Thomas for Dwayne Dedmon. Ended up cutting Dedmon, and then traded Bradley. So now I think we're back at. The
Pistons are like acquiring players, then trading them like instantly. Like it's getting sweaty.
I really don't like Troy. Troy Weaver is one of the. He's smart. He has a plan. But
they're not getting the position they need. Still, they need a guard.
Yeah, which I truly think that they need to trade Blake at this point for a shooting guard. But the problem is
Who are they gonna get now?
No one wants to take on Blake's contract, but we did also
restructure it.
on Friday night, we also got Josh Jackson. Interesting trade, another young guy that
They
they were
got a
kind of,
lot of like lottery picks that like didn't really pan out for their
yeah.
teams.
And I mean, the one thing I don't mind about getting Jaleel Okafor is that he's still young. He's 24 years old, and he's been in the league for almost 5 years now. Like,
I just remember watching him. He's just kind of lazy on defense.
yeah, and I think Dwayne Casey will kind of help him there in that aspect. I think what they're trying to do is kind of bring back like the early 2000s kind of Detroit style play.
Oh God.
I know, so it's good. It's saying
They should lead the league in rebounding.
Oh yeah, without a doubt, with that front, with that backcourt, and then.
But who's gonna start at center? Plumlee? Is Plumlee gonna start?
See, Detroit brought back 4 players from last year's roster: Bev, D Rose, Blake, and Sekou. And here's, as of right now, with saying like we need to start who has experience. I think it goes. This is our starting line. Fucking hate this.
Oh no.
D Rose, Bev at the 2, Sekou, Blake, Plumlee. And then you have Killian Hayes coming off the bench, but we don't have a 2 guard. We need to, but we apparently traded for
What about DeLon Wright? DeLon Wright.
Oh, DeLon Wright, but he won't start. He'll come off the bench, but that's another good 2 guard for us, I guess. So I don't know.
Is Killian Hayes gonna get minutes?
Yeah, he'll probably end up starting. I think he'll start over D Rose, and D Rose will come off like being the 6th.
D Rose is probably gonna traded before the trade deadline.
Yeah, I could see D Rose and Blake both getting traded in a package deal.
No, I
God.
can see them being packaged together for like.
Oh, jeez.
No. Stop.
No. See, Tony, Nick, we just talked about this before the video. Tony, he was the one that pushed for Westbrook to get drafted to OKC. No one was high on Westbrook, and Tony said bring him to OKC. I know he will be a star. So Detroit packages Blake and D Rose for Westbrook. We throw Killian Hayes at the 2. You're running a Westbrook,
Westbrook's fee, like what does that do?
Killian Hayes.
Westbrook and Spees at the
Better
1
have
and 2.
a center that can average 15 boards a game.
Yeah, you got Plumlee and Okafor.
Has he ever averaged more than 6 rebounds?
Yeah, he averaged 7 his rookie year, 7.5.
Rookie year from like 10 years ago.
Okay, so then let's talk about Minnesota. Minnesota had the first pick. Drafted Anthony Edwards. They ended up getting Leandro, however you say his name.
Almero or whatever.
Alamaro.
And I mean, after that, they made. I don't think they got Ricky Rubio, obviously.
Yeah.
I feel like that's good to bring for a mentor for D'Lo. Maybe you can have D'Lo.
Yeah, that was perk. I think D'Lo's playing the 2 now, right?
Unless you're having Anthony Edwards play the 2. I don't know what he's playing because then.
I think D'Lo has to play the 2 because I think Ricky Rubio has to start for your team.
But then you have Josh Okogie, Malik Beasley. They just gave him a big contract. See, Minnesota
Exactly.
position where
Their bench is different.
Yeah, their bench is good. Like they're in a position where they have too many good players. And
how tall is Malik Beasley?
6'5", 6'4". So he can play the 2.
Oh, so he can't play power forward.
No. And they have Jarrett Culver.
That's the problem. They
Yeah.
need to trade some of their smaller 6'4", 6'5" guys for like a power forward. Aren't they starting like Hernan Gomez or something?
Yeah, I'm just saying. Pistons have Blake. And
my no.
We need a guard. I'm just saying.
Who are you gonna get? Rubio?
You're not getting D'Lo.
Give us Culver, Malik Beasley, or Josh Okogie for Blake, straight up, and give us a pick. That's all we want. That's all I want.
I think the Timberwolves are trying to ruin their franchise more. I feel like Blake and Cat would be like toxic.
Oh my God.
Yeah, that would not. I feel like that would not. They would not work good together.
Yeah.
Timberwolves definitely. They were in a position where they could have screwed themselves over, but I would give them an A or a B this offseason. They made the moves they had to.
What team?
And they just got Ed Davis for next to nothing, and he'll be a good defender off
He's
the
a
bench.
pretty good role player.
Yeah.
You know
Okay.
what team got an A plus?
What team got an
Who?
A+?
New York Knicks.
New York.
Aw.
Kind of star point guard. No, see,
So we're back
the
on the
thing about the
train.
Knicks is like, no, I'm not a Knicks fan. I'm just saying like the Knicks, like it's such a Knicks move for their number one thing to be signing Austin Rivers. It's such a Knicks move.
Okay, so tell me this: is Obi starting at the 3 or the 4?
Who do you?
Because you have
I know, because
you have Julius,
Randall's gonna get traded.
you have Kevin Knox.
Randall has to get traded.
You have RJ Barrett, who's playing that 3.
Obi.
Okay, no, I think RJ could play the. Nah, he can't play the 2.
He did last year. I think
He'll play the 2. I think Knox started at the 3 some
Wait,
games. I don't know.
don't
I
the
truly
Knicks
don't
still have Dennis Smith too?
Yeah, so I think but they aren't high on him, and they won't let him leave.
Send him to the Pistons.
That's what I'm saying.
Low key, the Knicks have a bunch of role players.
No,
That
they
don't
do
do
bunch-
anything.
A bunch of good role players that
Like Frank
honestly,
Ntilikina.
Austin Rivers is gonna average like 20, like 21, 20, 22 a game.
Stop.
I don't know who else is going to score on that team. No,
Wait,
I'm not even joking.
wait. So you're telling me Austin Rivers
Stop
start?
it. Not Alfred it's
mean,
Alfred
I think he would
Payton's
start.
team.
I don't even think he's on the team anymore.
No, didn't he just resign?
Yeah, he is.
Oh, he
Yeah,
is?
he resigned.
He's a
1
triple-double
year, $5 million.
machine.
Okay, so you're telling me they have Frank Nutella,
Wow.
Austin Rivers,
He racist.
Alfred
Racist,
Payton,
racist.
and Dennis Smith Jr. They have 4 point guards.
Hey, I mean,
And like,
it's trade bait.
And like the thing about
Yeah,
the point guards is you got Frank
last year
Nutella.
Oh yeah,
got-
and they have a Turu. They have a Turu and Nerlens Noel now.
They got Nerlens Noel?
Yeah,
Huh?
Jesus Christ.
That's
don't know if
that's
they're
such a
doing-
Nick
and they
thing
have
to do.
that guy from Michigan, that Ignas Bragdikis.
Yeah, he's a small forward.
He's gonna.
So realistically, a lineup for the
No, realistically, I could see Jordan Poole and Ken Bazemore for Blake Griffin.
Huh?
I wouldn't be mad at that. I'm Kent Bazemore for Blake straight up, honestly.
Can't just like toss Bazemore now.
And JP.
No.
No
JP.
one's JP.
Imagine- Yeah, actually, no one wants a fucking 4th string. Like,
Okay, but
you
so
don't even suit up. You're not even gonna suit up this year.
a realistic lineup for the Knicks, we got Austin Rivers at the 1, RJ at the 2, Obi at the 3, Julius Randle at the 4, Mitchell Robinson.
They're not making the playoffs again. Let's just get that.
No.
Yeah, no, they're not making the playoffs. But
Will they improve,
honestly, it's
though?
probably the I think they do. I think it's the best lineup they've had in years. It's a start. I mean,
Yeah, it definitely is
I
a
mean,
start.
it depends how Obi Toppin is.
Mhm.
Now, it's the best lineup they've had in years. Just their bench is literally freaking terrible. Oh my god.
Now to talk about a team that is as cluttered as New York, we got Charlotte.
They're
Charlotte.
just throwing the money out.
See, Charlotte, on paper, they have a very, very good team. But, like, I don't know. Like,
They got the duo now.
they have LaMelo, Devontae Graham, Terry Rozier,
They have good guards.
Malik Monk. They have good rotation there at guard. Like, really good
Yeah,
rotation.
like they're stacked.
And then you got Miles Bridges, Gordon Hayward. And
That's
then you
why-
got
God.
PJ Washington, Jada McDaniels, which he was supposed to progress really good for them because he was in the G League last year. And then you got Cody Zeller,
Yeah.
yeah.
See, that's why
You know, but,
I
I
don't
mean, I
understand
could-
the LaMelo pick.
No, I was about to say I could see them definitely trading away, Devontae,
No.
and then I could
they like
definitely
Devontae.
No, Devon.
I mean,
they,
then I
they're
think
trading
for
Rozier,
Rozier, I
if
feel like.
anything.
Yeah, I've heard that they were trading.
and then I could see them honestly sliding. Rozier. No, I mean Lamelo too. But I don't know why they signed Gordon Hayward. Like I feel like, and don't get me wrong, Gordon Hayward's not a bad player,
I mean, they
but
could
for
play
$40
small
million
ball.
dollars a
Yeah.
year.
No, that's what I've heard is that they're
Bro,
gonna play.
and
Cody
I think
Zeller's
Miles Bridges
trash.
No,
Cody's always trash. I mean,
what I've heard.
they should start Bismack Biyombo or Vernon Carey. Like
No, they got Vernon Carey too, so that's another young center for them.
Fuck,
But what
I'd
I heard,
rather start PJ Washington at center.
yeah, no, that's what I heard that
Carey.
they're gonna start Devontae Graham and LaMelo in the backcourt, and that both one of them will play point guard,
They can make a death line up there.
and then Gordon Hayward will be at the 3. Bridges will slide to the 4, and they will play kind of small, and then PJ Tucker.
they need Blake.
No,
They need Blake.
But
This is a team that needs Blake.
okay. Who are you giving us Miles Bridges then?
Rozier.
I'm giving you Miles Bridges and Rozier.
Oh.
Honestly, the contracts would match up there. That would actually be perfect.
I mean, that would be a Hornets move.
No, but then we would have to give him a pick in return, and if we give him a future first, I actually wouldn't mind that trade. Because then Bridges.
Well, yeah, because you're. I mean, cause think about it. I mean, that would lower the bench on the Hornets. I feel like, because then you would have.
Because then so then Detroit trades Derrick Rose, and then that gives Rozier the starting position or the backup position. I mean, it's a weird trade, but it helps both teams.
I mean, yeah,
Pistons will trade anything right now. So.
Oh yeah, Troy Weaver. Literally, I swear to God, man probably sat down on Friday night, popped, drank or chugged 3 Red Bull, took 2 Adderall, and said, let's play some 2K 20, my GM. Man just went
I feel like
off.
that's where he's getting his moves from. Like when the computer asks you to make a trade.
Yeah, without a doubt. But I mean, I other than that, I don't think there were any or more insane trades or like moves. Bojan. I don't know how you say it.
I feel like
some.
Have the Pacers even made any moves?
Yeah,
I feel like they've been quiet.
I think they just they just traded TJ Lee for LaCour or
same with the Spurs.
Am I wrong? Wait, is that guy a second-year player or third year? Or is he? I swear.
Who? TJ Lee?
That Lecky. What I don't know how to say his
or whatever.
name.
Yeah, he's a second year.
Yeah.
He came from
I don't know. I thought he was a rookie. And then I was thinking to myself, I was like, no chance he actually made that trade if he was a rookie.
No, man has insane bounce though. Like he can jump out of the fucking stadium. He has insane bounce. He like Derrick Jones Jr. bounce. Oh, talking about Derrick Jones Jr. Portland's actually looking good. I like what Portland did.
Portland has a bunch of forwards in their team.
And they traded for Enes Kanter again. I mean,
he did good when he was there.
Yeah, I like that move. But now
where's Whiteside gonna go though?
I was just about to say. I say he goes to either now he goes to the Rockets or he goes to Boston.
No, but the Rockets have Christian Wood now though.
But Christian Wood will play the 4. They're gonna. I feel like they're actually.
But didn't Wood play center?
Yeah, but that's because he was forced into it because we traded Drummond.
He did pretty good there.
Yeah, I feel like he wants to play power forward though, so he can stretch the floor more.
Yeah, but the Rockets actually, I guess they're not going to do small ball anymore since D'Antoni isn't there.
Yeah, so if they pick up,
they might be normal now.
If they pick up Whiteside, you have a lineup of Westbrook, Harden, whoever you play at the 3, and then Christian Wood, Whiteside.
And the Rockets have already lost 2 key wing players, Covington and Jeff Green.
Yeah. I mean,
which don't sound that big, but are actually.
I mean, Covington was their center.
That's big.
They were both centers last year.
It's honestly 2 very big moves that don't really sound that big, but
Covington's big, one of the better defenders in the league.
Yeah. So yeah, Whiteside, he's still undecided. Bodan, he said he didn't agree to the trade being traded to Milwaukee. So the league is investigating it for some reason. I don't know what's going on with that.
They're investigating it because like
They're saying
I think
Milwaukee.
they said like the
I think.
yeah they said they were tampering on Friday. I think it was. I believe. No, was it Friday?
Well,
I think it was Friday.
technically, I think they're saying they tampered because they were talking to Bodon after the trade went through, and then Bodon said he never agreed to the trade. So then
that's what I think that you know I think like I have no clue.
Yeah.
That was really confusing
Actually,
to me.
So he's
a
a
t-
free agent right now
a
in
team,
Atlanta.
a team I think that could get Whiteside, low key the Kings,
Honestly,
because they lost Harry Giles today, and right now their center is Rashawn Holmes, which I said they should have upgraded. I think I said they should pick a center in the draft, but they
Yeah, I
went
think they did
point
too.
guard. I mean, Halliburton's a good player though, but I feel like Whiteside could fit in with there.
I mean, most definitely him, Bagley, Harrison Barnes, and then whoever.
Kings would actually be like a pretty good team.
Yeah, it would give them a lot of rebounding, and I think Whiteside would be able to help Bagley kind of find himself because Bagley, like, he's in a really weird. I kind of forget he's in the NBA even. Like
He's been injured.
Yeah, I just forget he's in the NBA, and I feel like he still has the potential to be a really good player.
Or the Pistons will get another center.
Why not? Bring him home. Bring him home. Have him be
Or low-key, the Kings get Boogie back.
Yeah, Boogie's another big player.
That'd be hilarious.
Okay, now a lot of NBA stuff has happened, but I kind of want to defer so we can bring Ben in if he's awake.
I think he
Probably
passed out.
He's passed
He's
out.
not awake, but we'll still talk about it for a couple minutes.
I want to talk about the NFL.
Let's talk about the Tennessee Titans.
Yeah, Tennessee Titans almost got in a fight today with Baltimore. They were jarring like at the beginning.
It was getting awkward.
John Harbaugh went up in AJ phase.
I don't know what was happening. I saw the Titans were all in center field.
Yeah, they were all there, and then Harbaugh like came up and was in AJ Brown's face, and I was like, Harbaugh, you're gonna lose that matchup. He has pads on, you don't. Lions got 20-0 skunked.
PJ Walker.
Rest in peace, Joe Burrow.
Yeah, rest in peace, Joe Burrow.
Yeah, prayers.
I'm trying to scroll through here real fast. Taysom Hill went off in his first start. Even though he let's look at his stat line.
He did have a good matchup for his first start.
Yeah, I will admit that. And he passed the ball 23 times. Before this, in his career, he'd only passed the ball 17 times. So he had more completions than attempts in his whole career today because he had 18 completions. He averaged 10 yards per pass, 233 passing yards. I stand corrected. He has led the team in rushing for 3 straight weeks. He had 51 yards today, 2 touchdowns.
He needs to get more money.
Yeah, I mean, the way he's going, he might be starting next year. Michael Thomas. He had 9 catches, 104 yards, and
how many slants?
I actually don't. He averaged about 11 yards per catch. His longest was 23 yards. So.
So he got a catch and run on the slant. Wow.
Maybe he did a post route or something.
or an out route.
Yeah, something.
Now you're getting too crazy.
Yeah, I think we'll kind of get into more of those games.
Also, the Cowboys were 9-point favorites against, or no, the Vikings were 9-point favorites against the Cowboys, and the Cowboys with the upset there.
We get to soak in that victory tomorrow night when we do our picks video.
I'm saying Andy Dalton's clutch.
Andy Dalton, honestly, that game on Thursday is looking a little bit better now that Andy Dalton actually performed well.
Dalton versus Alex Smith on Thanksgiving. Who would have thought?
Nick. Correct yourself there. It's Antonio Gibson.
Oh my God.
Antonio Gibson versus Andy Dalton. If we're just
Antonio Gibson versus Ezekiel Elliott.
He went off today. Last 3 weeks, he's had 4 rushing touchdowns. All I gotta say, and he's about to rush for another 100 yards.
Gibson's gonna be the best running back in the game between both teams.
Yeah,
better than Elliott.
Gibson. He's a top 5 running back in this class. You could argue top 3, I think.
Oh my. Okay, good. Oh my God.
What round did he go?
I think second. Wait, I could be wrong.
It was like fifth.
I'm gonna have to look this up real
I
fast.
think he's been better than Jonathan Taylor and DeAndre Swift.
Yeah.
Like by
No,
far.
third. That's my fault.
Third. Okay. Yeah. I was gonna say.
Wait. Okay. I mean, Antonio Gibson's stats kind of look like Jared Patterson, besides the receiving yards, because Patterson gets more rushing yards. So I
Shout out
expect
Jared
him around there.
Patterson.
Oh yeah. I'll let.
By
Since
the
video's
way,
ending, because I don't know if you guys
you
do a
will.
special film room on him, but
It might have to be in the works.
yeah. But
I mean, it might be tight end. We'll see.
Garrett Patterson broke a MAC record, I believe, for 301 rushing yards in a
Light
game.
work.
Nope. I mean, he rushed for like 400 last year again.
He's on pace to get like
He's gonna get over 1,000 in a
1K
6-game season.
No, I think he's on pace to get 50.
A thousand.
Yeah, 1,500. Can't even think of the number right now, but yeah, he's on pace to get. He's on pace to do good this year in a fucking 8-game schedule, or however many games they have. But okay, so I think that's all we got for you guys. We're going to go into the NFL more on Tuesday with our picks video, and we might talk about the NBA more next weekend. So if you guys could like and subscribe, that'll help out a lot. And like to wake up Bub, and I think that's going to be all for us. See you guys next time.